How's it going? So today I'm going to show you how to do an oil change on a 2006 Chevrolet Silverado 2500 Duramax. This is the LBZ. If you're just checking in here trying to see what you need to do the oil change, I have it laid out here so you can just take note of this real fast. You'll need a 16 millimeter wrench or socket, whatever you prefer. I use OEM, so I got the AC Delco PF2232 oil filter. And then Amsoil makes it super easy to do an oil change for this specific truck when it comes in 2.5 gallon container. This truck takes 10 quarts of 15 W40, and conveniently enough, 2.5 gallons is 10 quarts. So I'm just gonna do a quick rundown of what you need to do, and we'll get right underneath the truck. First thing you wanna do is put your drain pan down. Secondly, I put an extension on here to kind of help me get around the heat shield. And I already broke this loose to make it easier because I'm recording with one hand. Like that. And we're in the drain pan. And we'll let that drain. While that's draining, what you can do is take this out, help it drain a little faster, and go ahead and pull the dipstick out so we can use that to check the level of oil once we add it. And we'll go back under the truck here and take the oil filter off. All right, so here we are back underneath the truck. The oil's pretty much done draining. So we're gonna go ahead and stick this plug back in there. And we can move on over to the oil filter. Little, you don't want to go crazy. You don't want to go crazy tight with these drain plugs, because then they're a bear to get off in the future. Just get a good amount of torque, nothing crazy. Well, like one hand with a breaker bar like that. And then what you're going to want to do is slide this over, and we can begin getting this oil filter off. Now, mine, like I said, I did my oil change last time, so my oil filter is not torqued on there. So I know some of these backyard mechanics and shops will put the torque into these things, make them an absolute struggle to get off. But this one I already broke loose, like I said before the video, but it should be one hand. There we go, one hand tight. Now just go ahead and loosen that up, let it drain out into the pan. I like to flip mine vertical as soon as I get them off the threads, just so it doesn't make a super big mess. And then I dump it once I get into the pan here, like that. And now we'll go grab the new filter, and I'll show you. So while waiting for that to finish draining out of the filter housing, you're gonna prep this filter here. You can see I already kind of lubed up the gasket there. You wanna make sure it has a thin film of lube oil on it, just to make sure that you get the proper tightness of that filter. Now you're gonna wanna come here. You just use a funnel because I got this big jug here. You're gonna wanna fill it about halfway with oil. If you fill it all the way up, when you go to put the filter on, it's going to dump out because the filter's mounted sideways. So just give it a good little amount of oil and let that kind of settle in there. And go ahead and pull your funnel out. And you also want to make sure that the old gasket came off with the old oil filter. I've seen before where people didn't realize it didn't come off with the filter. They put this filter on there and they're stacking the gaskets, and they get a leak and they wonder why. So lube the gasket, pre-fill it about halfway, make sure the old gasket came off, and once this is done draining out, we'll go under the truck, put this on, hand tight, and then just like a quarter turn. All right, so we're back under the truck. I got the oil filter in hand. For the most part, it's done draining. I'm gonna do my best to get a good angle here. You're just gonna wanna get up in there. And go ahead and spin that on there. You don't wanna go crazy tight with it, just hand tight. And then just a little bit more, and you're good to go. So we got the drain plug in. Do not forget the drain plug. I've done that before when I was a kid. Put a whole 5 quarts of oil in the driveway. Drain plug always pays double check. Filter's tight. Now we're gonna go up and we're gonna add the oil from up top. So now we're ready to add the 10 quarts or the remaining after we put some in the filter. 15W40 into the top here. Helps if you just sit down up here. You don't want to spill any of this, so you just gotta be careful. But with these trucks, these Duramax trucks, super easy from the top and the middle. I'm just gonna kind of Alright, so now the oil's in there. Take the funnel out. There's your cap. I got my dipstick laying right here. Just gotta wipe that off. I'm wearing coveralls, so I can just wipe on the coveralls. And you're just gonna make sure you have enough in there. Pull it out, check it. I don't know if you can see that. Focus. Doesn't really want to focus. But I can tell you right now, looking at it, we are sufficient. So that wraps up everything as far as oil change on LBZ Duramax. It's pretty straightforward. Honestly, what you're going to do is you want to reset your oil life. Turn your key on. If you have steering wheel controls like mine, this is how this process works. Obviously it says change engine oil. So you're gonna go and hit this button right here, engine oil life, and all you have to do is hold this button down. Oil life reset. %. So that's how you do that. If you don't have steering wheel controls, there is a procedure you use with the gas pedal. You push that down, I think it's 3 times with the key in the on position. There's other ways to look up how to do that. I found it in a forum when I had one of my old trucks, but this is the easy way to do it if you have steering wheel controls. So thanks for watching today's video, guys, and if you like it, hit the like button. I know it's a pretty simple video. Everyone should know how to do an oil change, obviously, but if you're just curious on what tools to use, what you need to do, it's pretty straightforward, but I hope this video helped.